1, 2, 3, go. With our sly assassin sturdily stockaded in solitary, our security sisters swivel their sight to the second suspicious stranger. Little do they know, sifting through her submissions will be supremely unsatisfactory. This is the second section of the Temple of the Winds. No, please keep going. Damn it, it was the Lion King song, you guys. Fuck. Every time. I was like, I'm going to click it right away. I'm not even going to give her a second. I missed it. Ah.
Sorry.
This isn't even a bit anymore. I want this to happen. I'm sorry. I will let you introduce.
Welcome back to the Sword of Truth podcast, the chapter-by-chapter reread of the Sword of Truth series, with a strawful of craft brew on the side.
You can drink it faster.
Yeah, I mean, I've never actually done that, but...
I have.
I don't know. I mean,
just for shits and giggles.
Get as much in as you can, you know?
Bongs are faster. See, that's the theory. Straws are okay. Bongs, you get it much, much faster.
I feel like there's an in-between somewhere between straw and bong, but I digress.
Fancy bong. You just wrap it around your spiral staircase and you're all set.
Yeah, that's what got me when I met you. 16-year-old Jane was like, look at that man with a beer bong in his fucking apartment.
I was also not old enough to drink beer. That just made me sound really, really questionable there. I was like, nah.
This man.
I was not 21.
I'm Jade.
And I am Nate. And today we are sipping our way, or should I say, thipping our way through episode 4 of Temple of the Wind.
You were supposed to do that with all the S's earlier.
Okay, so I floated the idea, and then the second before I hit record, I was like, there's no fucking way I'm doing that all the way through all those S's. Maybe we'll try at the end of the episode. We'll tack it on as the little clip at the end.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know I can't do it, but you were doing pretty good when we were practicing there.
Just making it sound as ridiculous as possible.
Yeah. So, I don't know if we have very much housekeeping to put up here on this episode. I know that we are going to be posting a after show to this one.
Yep.
We have had a little bit of issues with some of our after shows. This one will be being posted immediately, so it will not be being lost.
Right. Yeah, we had to get organized. We had to come up with some storage solutions so I wouldn't lose anything anymore. I feel like such an asshole right now. It is literally the worst. Feel bad for me. No. But yeah, so that problem solved. We are now in full swing. And from here on out, it is the plan to be because I don't think we've said it on this feed yet that we are going to be releasing the chapters on Tuesday like normal. The Patreon after shows, that's all going to be released on Thursday. And then any extra content we have, like our watch-alongs or any sort of sidebar thing, those should be going up on Saturdays. That way, you guys have a healthy little mix throughout your week. You can listen at the beginning, there's something. You can listen at the end, there's something. Just, and I think more constantly uploading too.
Yeah.
Was my main thing. Just like get on a schedule, get it rolling. And we are.
I do think we are going to have more just random stuff up there too. Like we have plans for some stuff, but it is summertime and we do have some stuff that we are going to be doing. So I think we may just have some random Nate and Jade adventure time Patreons up there pretty soon too.
Make it the Brew Crew?
Yeah.
Brew Crew pod? We could do it.
Just hanging out with us doing something. I don't know. Whatever. Anyways.
All right. Well, with that said, let's get into this chapter.
Oh my God.
Sorry. I hope I don't get an angry phone call from, you know what? fuck it, I'm going to say it, from Mike Tyson, because
Wow.
well, at first I was like, but if I don't say the name, then he won't know, and then I don't need to live my life in fear.
I thought it was just a generic, like, toothless lisp that
It
that
was
you were trying to do.
until his name popped in my head,
Yeah.
and then it wasn't anymore. And then it evolved.
Well,
Sorry. Shall we dive in, JD?
yeah, sure.
Chapter 4, Temple of the Winds.
Here we go.
Hit the big red button. It's already hit. It's the
Yeah.
record button.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Well, this chapter opens with Marlin asking how he's going to sleep if he has to stand up all night. Because
Yeah.
she didn't tell him he could lay down or anything. He had to stand right there and she'll be back in the morning.
And we've heard Richard ask this question before, too.
Right. Kara tells him that that's his fucking problem. And if he does move or lie down, he'll be alone with the pain all night long. Yikes.
Not great.
No, and I'm guessing she'll probably, I don't know, does she know when he's fucking up and the pain's hurting him? If like she's upstairs and he's down in the pit, is she laying in bed going, oh, he's fucking up right now?
I think that's a good question.
Their
It's
minds are linked.
yeah, it's like alluded to because she knows if he's not thinking of the right thing, right?
As far as I know, if
But-
he does the wrong thing, the pain hurts him. I don't know that she's necessarily aware.
Right. I mean, that's a good question. I don't know if it's an automatic, like, trigger whenever he does something wrong, or if she's aware or not.
So Kaylin tells the guards that Kara has it under control, but she still wants men posted here in rotating shifts just in case. When the men ask her if it's totally necessary, she's like, do you want to tell Kara you fucked up? No. Okay then. To job. Away with ye.
Oh, I also just want to point out just how many men she has, like, doing this. It's like a good chunk of the home guard is
Yeah.
now down in the pits. And then the other chunk of the home guard is up in Nadine's quarters. So, like, I just want to, like, float this out there. She doesn't want Richard to know. And she has, like, all of his guards.
In 2 specific places.
Yeah. Like, if Richard has anything he
Yeah.
wants 10 guys to do, they're going to be like, we only have, like, 3.
I never thought about that before. Like, where the fuck are all my guards?
Yeah.
Seriously.
What the fuck?
What am I paying you for? Once out of the pit, Kara wants to know if Kaylin still doesn't trust her, even though she has Marlin's power under control. We know already. This has been gone over a few times. I don't know that it's necessarily too excessive, but once I read that, I was like, okay, yeah. We're past that part.
Mhm.
Kaylin says she's just being cautious because she would like to know exactly how Kara's magic works.
Well, and I think also the thing that she said to the men was, like, if somebody comes in and helps them get out, which is just what happened to Kaylin, like, you're right. We've said this a few times
it's
already.
been
here.
established.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we want 2 forms of backup.
I think that was just Terry putting his period on it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is how this is going to go.
Yeah.
These are the established things. Whether you like them or not, this is the way it is, much as life.
Yeah.
So, now we find out that Kara's ability was actually given to her during her training by Lord Rawl. So she doesn't, really know how it works. But then she goes into this thing where, you don't have to know how to use the magic to, use it.
Richard.
Right. Literally Richard. He's guessing. He's doing fine so far.
Yeah.
He fell into being Lord Rawl.
Basically, yeah.
War wizard. But okay. Kara tells the story of a 14-year-old girl who thinks she gets pregnant by a rose blossoming in her hand. A rose that Lord Rawl gave to her. And it was just like, la, now you have a baby.
That would suck.
No shit. I would never give anybody flowers ever again.
Yeah.
Never.
There's just so many reasons that sucks. First of all, just people getting pregnant because of a flower, like, it's way too easy. Also, you miss out on the sex. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a 14-year-old.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, not cool, but for adults.
But
I mean.
adults, though, yeah,
Yeah.
you get to skip the fun part. And no thanks. Okay, so she thought that got her pregnant instead of spreading her legs for Lord Rawl, right? So I think I have this right because I was listening to the audiobook when I did this, but I believe it's Kaylin that kind of gives her shit here.
I know. No, remember we read it, and it's Like,
Was
okay.
it Kara?
The way that the narrator in the audiobook on Audible, not the one, like, because I know there's another one out there that sounds better, but the one on Audible that has Colin, he reads it in such a way, because
That it's confusing
Yes.
who's saying what.
he says a line, something along the lines of, and she thought it was just by, and she didn't realize it was because she spread her legs, but the way he says it is a question, which makes it sound like
it was coming from the other person.
Yeah, from Kaylin,
Okay.
being like snarky about it.
Okay, that makes sense then.
Even from Kara, it's a little off base because of, what we know about how the Mord Sith have basically been forced into sex all the time.
Well, obviously, if she believes that the flower is going to get her pregnant, then she's going to believe pretty much anything that's going to be told to her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it just putting any blame on the girl at all, or talking about her in such a way that it's like, oh, she spread her legs like she's a whore or something.
Yeah, like she had a choice.
Is not very cool of Kara either. But when you listen to the audio, it sounds super confusing because it's like, why is Kaylin asking these questions like an asshole?
I was just like, wow, holy fuck, have a heart.
Yeah, no.
Okay, thank you. So a little off color, but not like the way it sounds in the audiobook.
Right.
That would be a narration issue, I would say.
Yeah, it is, for sure.
So Kaylin realizes this means Richard has a half fucking brother. And he wants them, she wants them to meet ASAP. But Kara tells her that that's impossible. After Darkenrahl discovers that the child was born without the gift, he killed it. Like, in front of the mom.
Yeah,
for reasons I'll never fucking... Just to be cruel, I think.
Yeah.
And then he kills the mom. It's like 300.
Where he's not going to pay child support.
In Sparta, right? Greece. Little aside, if you would have asked me a month ago, I would have sworn to you that Sparta was in Rome. I was 100% positive. It is not. It's in Greece. So yeah, that's the thing I learned. Anyways, yeah. So if there was a defect with a child, then they would just like huck it off this cliff, and it was pretty fucking awful. But that's essentially what Darkenrahl was doing. So fun.
Yeah, well, I thought he was a great guy. Surprisingly, he's not.
Right. Oh, until I read this, I was sold on him.
Yeah.
So we learned that he's done this actually several times, including with some of the Mord Sith. And then Kara says she just got lucky that she didn't get pregnant when he did it to her, which is huge.
Yeah.
Something we didn't know. Like, we kind of assumed that Darkenrahl just used the Mord Sith however he wanted to.
Yeah.
Right? But this is why Richard is more than just Lord Rawl to her, and why allowing Richard to keep Kaylin was meaningful. It was like the nicest thing she could do for him, despite him potentially getting hurt by her, by like literally anyone.
Yeah.
But anyone that does hurt him is going to answer to her. Like, this is why she is more than just a Mord Sith. She is personally responsible for Richard's safety, she feels.
Yeah.
And I'd say that's like valid.
Yeah, fair.
It's what Richard is giving to her is life-changing in more than just one way. Like, now she has freedom of choice. She has the freedom to say what she wants. And she has the freedom to, like, I don't know, be her own person, when before Darkenrahl would only allow her to be whatever Darkenrahl wanted her to be.
Well, and the other Mord says as well.
Kara is the true flower blossoming here.
Oh my god. Can't.
Okay, it was cheesy, but really, it's not wrong.
No, it's not, but wow.
So Kaylin says she'll have to get in line. Of course, Kaylin obviously wants first dibs on anybody that's going to hurt Richard. But in the meantime, they should focus on, like, say, prevention, right? Maybe we don't need to escalate. Maybe we can just prevent anything bad from happening, and that would be the smarter move.
Prevention's always the way to go.
Right. They need to go see Nadine, but let's keep in mind this time that she might be an innocent, so let's keep our heads, i.e. no surprise torture this time.
I wasn't gonna.
Good. Don't.
I wasn't gonna.
Good. Don't.
I wasn't gonna.
I love that so much. I read it and I was like, this is Family Guy, 100%. Oh, I need a sip. Hang on. I'm drying out.
Oh, no.
Oh, delicious. So they have to go to I did it again, Petitioner's Hall to find out where she's being held. Because, Jade, there are 288 guest rooms in the Confessor's Palace, and they're all over the place because sometimes they have to keep certain diplomats separated. Otherwise, they become very undiplomatic. And when this is like questioned, like, what the fuck? She goes, all part of the game. And a huge waste of resources, time, and money, just like everything, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That is literally the worst. With a guy like Richard saying, look, y'all are equal. You're either with us or against it. Now, I know this place was built way before that.
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Right? It's, who knows? Maybe just keep them all in one wing. But I feel like literally building a palace the size of the Confessor's Palace with this in mind. Like, seriously? 288 fucking rooms just in case? On top of the fact that they all have castles just outside.
Yeah.
The whole driveway is castles.
Yeah, no, definitely think that you should be able to tell adults and diplomats, like, hey, if you can't get along, then you get to go in timeout.
Yeah.
And not be part of the proceedings, okay?
Don't get along, don't get a say.
Yeah.
Matter settled. I will see you fellers this afternoon.
Yeah. No, I understand that was when the Midlands worked. Like, everyone had a say, so, like, they were all able to. But I feel like if you're, like, legit in our castle, like, you're in my palace. You follow my rules, bitch.
Yeah. There's literally a king of the castle, queen of the castle.
Yeah. Like, do whatever you want in your homeland. This is my homeland.
This is my home.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
I just like to imagine Kaylin just randomly looking down at somebody's feet and being like, are your fucking shoes on in my house? It's all stone floors. Yeah, I didn't think I had to. What are you doing outside right now? You ever get chased out of the house with a broom?
No.
Memories. Okay, anyways. In Petitioner's Hall, a captain named Harris and a small boy named Yannick.
Yeah.
Is that pronounced right? I didn't see it spelled. I only heard it. So that's a guess right there on the screen. But they approach Kaylin. It seems the boy's brother, Kip, is real sick, and he wants to know if Richard can heal him with magic. It's kind of sad.
Yeah,
It's actually really sad. And Kaylin has to tell him that, look, Richard's not really that kind of wizard.
I mean, do you know? Has he tried?
I feel like if the hot need were there to save this, I know I said that weird, to save this kid's brother, then he should be able to do it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You don't know.
I don't know. You're right. Well,
Not
Kaylin
you.
doesn't
I was
know.
talking about Kaylin.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt bad suddenly.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, Jade. You're right. I don't.
Not you.
I was wrong. So he's not that kind of wizard, but he should be able to pick up some healing herbs on Stenter Street. You know, the only one in Aidendrum.
Yeah, literally. The road.
And your brother will be good as new.
Shiny like a penny.
Hopefully not as stiff as one.
Oh, wow.
Zing!
Wow.
Anyways. But this kid doesn't have any money. So obviously buying medicine out of the picture, i.e., that's why I came here to ask you.
Okay, rich lady buying herbs. Fuck you.
So here's the thing, though. After some painfully awkward glances between Harris and Kaylin,
Hated it.
Harris gives the boy a coin and sends him on his way.
It was so uncomfortable. Like, I didn't understand what the purpose of, because, like, the writing makes it seem like Kaylin is uncomfortably looking at Harris to do something.
Yeah. Well, give him a fucking $1, man. What do you want from me?
Yeah.
I'm the queen.
Yeah. Like, she is the one being asked to do something here. Harris hasn't been asked shit. But when the kid's like, I don't have money, Kaylin's like, what are you gonna do, Captain Harris? You gonna let the kid's the kid's brother die?
I thought you were just about to call the kid Captain Obvious. Well, no shit, Captain
No.
Obvious. How you gonna get money?
No, and it's like, I don't know. It's total bullshit. He gives him money,
Yeah.
and he's like a super nice guy, and he's like, hey, make sure your brother gets better and practice that kick, and it's a cute little moment. But Kaylin's an asshole. She has so much fucking money, and she's,
I am fully willing to believe that she's wearing a dress. She may not have any money on her. It's just a thought. Like, hey, maybe she doesn't have anything, but she didn't like go through her pockets, or if she has pockets. I would like to think Kaylin has
I
pockets
think she
in her
has
dress.
at least a belt with a pouch
Something,
or some shit,
but
know?
like, if she had fussed around with it, tried to anything, or just been like, I don't know. I think the whole point is that she's the queen, she's the government, so she can't give him free money, even if he needs it.
She could have been like, hey, Harris, somebody, give this kid some money.
Yeah.
I will pay you back.
That would work too. Just literally, we're all a group of adults, and the kid needs medicine, which is easy for us to attain. Can we get the kid some damn medicine?
Yeah. But no. Captain Harris has to be the savior for everybody.
Is that Puck crashing around over there?
Yeah, he's like, hey, you guys need a beer?
Absolutely I do. And this one was a surprise. It's a surprise because we thought it was a sour.
So I avoided it.
Yeah, it's been in there a lot longer than it would have been had we known that it's actually a raspberry wheat ale called Pass the Raz. This bad boy clocks in at 5.3%. So, I mean, enough, but not, I wouldn't say strong.
No.
This, I almost don't know if I would take this out on the river because it is a little heavier than some ales. Even though it's a wheat ale, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, no, it's too...
Like, I don't want to drink it under the hot, hot sun.
No, air conditioning.
Yeah,
or...
come inside and drink it on a hot day. I'm in heaven.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's not too tart, like, at all. It tastes like an actual raspberry, which is hard to do.
Raspberry.
Raspberry. I do enjoy me some raspberries. When I was a child, me and Mother would go picking raspberries. Sorry, anyways. It's like we talked about with grape and purple.
Yeah.
Being two separate colors. Like, I don't know why there's blue raspberry. That's a weird thing to me. But this is not blue raspberry. This is actual raspberry flavor. And I like it so much.
I think it's because they had to come up with a blue flavor and not enough people like the taste of blueberries, or maybe they can't translate it very well. Like, I think there's an issue with blueberry being the blue flavor, so they came up with a different blue flavor that's really just raspberry that's blue.
Now, look, as long as they keep making more raspberry stuff, I'll be fine. You can call it neon pink raspberry for all I care. Does not matter. I just like to drink it.
Yeah, well, I know. I think everybody here knows. Everybody assembled in the room is aware of your
everybody
preference.
hearing this knows I'm a fan of raspberry. And you know what? I'm unashamed. It is the best. Fight me. Sorry, don't really fight me. All right, well, I'm definitely going to have more of this. And we will be back right after this. And we are back. Weren't those some great commercials?
I thought they were great.
Super.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm impressed.
Well, I'm sorry to let you guys know that your favorite part of the show is done now. I guess we'll get back to the chapter.
Yeah. Sorry.
If we have to, I guess. Sorry. All right. So Kaylin and Kara, the security sisters, they head over to Nadine's room Judging by the fact that she hadn't been slaughtered in the doorway, seems like she took the advice to stay put.
Good.
Kaylin tells the guard, as they go in, Kaylin tells the guard that if Nadine tries to leave before they come out, meaning Kaylin Kara, it means that that woman has the gift and most likely used it to kill them with. So, good luck trying to stop that, buddy.
Yeah, killed the Mordsith and the Mother Confessor, so.
Smacks him on the shoulder on her way in, like,
Yeah.
see you later, Carl.
By the way, Richard knows none of this, so he will not be coming to save you.
Oh, yeah, no. That's a straight Batman move when you're like, I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you, and just closes the door. Sorry, fellas. Inside, everything in the room is red, to the point where Kara would, like, disappear if she walked in there with her red leather.
Very intense. That would be such a discombobulating room.
Yeah. Super red. You're either going to be like in love extremely or very, very angry.
Yeah, I
it would
feel
have
like,
to have an effect on your psyche to be in a totally red room, right?
Yeah, no, and she makes a comment about certain diplomats who use it and how she doesn't like dealing with those guys.
They're famous red rooms.
I feel like you have to have something broken in your mind to be able, like, for as red as they're describing it, all over the place, for you to be able to handle that amount of red
all the time,
all the time, there has to be something wrong in your psyche.
Like Dexter.
Yeah, like Dexter.
Kara Dexter. I don't know. Kara is a big fan of it though. She fucking loves these rooms, and she asks Kaylin if she can have them. Like all of them. Not just one. I want all of this. Is going to be my red house right in the middle of the palace. Fucking love this. Now, could you imagine playing hide and seek with a Mordsith in this room?
No, I'd be
Fuck
good.
that.
I'm good.
The most terrifying thing ever. I don't know why I started thinking about this while I was reading the notes, but I'm like, if she really could disappear and she wanted to, like, train you, terrifying.
Yeah, just, like, whip out from the corner somewhere.
Hide and seek. If you win, you die. If you lose, you die too, just slower. That's all. Oof. Nadine, who was taking a little cat nap and caught off guard by the lack of knocking.
Which anybody kind of would be.
But it does come up here in a second, but it's like, it's Kaylin's house. Fuck that. I ain't knocking. You're my prisoner.
Well, yeah,
I will not. I refuse to knock.
You want to see what she's doing. You're sus of her, so.
Right. But so Nadine quickly gets up and gives this awkward curtsy, improperly addressing Kaylin by the lesser title of Queen. Okay, so she's not a noble. That's what I got from that, right? She still might be a Sister of the Dark, but she seems to be unaware of, like, tradition and, what's it called? Ceremony.
Yeah, the way things are supposed to go here.
Yeah. She was sleeping above the covers, maybe for a quick escape. Okay, that kind of seems like a reach to me.
Yeah, to me too, because, like, where's she gonna go?
Unless Kaylin had been taught something like that. Like, you know, if you're unsure of your surroundings, never go underneath the covers while you're sleeping in a strange place, just in case you have to run away fast. But, like, I don't know.
The room seems to only have one exit, so how's that gonna help you?
Oh, yeah, you still have to get around the threat to the door. Good luck with that,
Yeah.
I guess. Either way, Kaylin coldly corrects her and then assesses the threat. Long look at her, right? Goes all the way from tip to top.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Long hair, pretty eyes, nice smile, very shapely, innocent looking. Yep, fucking hate her.
Yep.
And I don't know.
Definite threat.
Oh, yeah. Right away. She's like, don't like you. I'm going to get you out of the palace just as soon as I can. I don't even care if I suspect you might actually be here for my husband. I don't want you to get anybody here. Go away, you.
Yeah. Ta-ta.
And to make it, I mean, I don't know, just her totally unthreatening vibe she's putting out. She even apologizes for mussing the beautiful bed that she did not disturb the covers in, saying she was just going to sleep on the floor because she didn't want to, like, fuck up all of her nice things.
She's just so nice, isn't she?
Yeah. And as disarming as she is, Kaylin learned her lesson with Marlon, so she's not fucking around right now, which is smart.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like Kara, okay, violence aside, because I always like Kara and her violence, but Kara could have taken 10% off.
Yeah.
Kaylin should have probably put 10% on, so we're going to meet in the middle here.
Yeah.
I think we got to a good place now.
Yeah. Yeah. So far.
But Kara is also not fucking around. Breaking rank again, so she's not taking any off. She's definitely adding on. She pokes Nadine with a finger, compliments of Captain Insano, and then grabs her by the fucking throat. Kaylin's like, dude, we just talked about that. Literally on the other side of this door. I was like, hey, easy. And you were like, I got you. And then this. Stop that.
If I were Kara, I'd be like, yo, I didn't use my Aegil. Okay? So we're not in torture territory here.
Okay. I can see that.
But also, we know that Kara's not going to use her Aegil until the magic's, like, whipped at her first. So it's not really that much of a defense.
She's still being the heavy aggressor.
Yeah.
But Kaylin, she's not fucking having it right now. She's not going to go through this twice in front of other people, I think is more so the point here.
Oh, yeah.
In private, this can just be addressed. When you're dealing with business, no. I'm in charge, get in line. She yanks Kara's braid and tells her to get in line or get the fuck out, basically. This is where we learn that there's no official leader to the Mord Sith, but everyone always defers to Kara, right? It's not really anything that's said between them. It's like an aside that the little chapter took, the little chapter. But I felt like this was actually kind of important because she's not just bossing around one of the Mord Sith. She is bossing around the head of the Mord Sith. Below Kaylin as they may be on the hierarchical chain or whatever, Kara still has some weight.
Yeah.
And I don't know, even if they are of a lesser title than you, I still feel like there's a certain amount of respect that you give to people, especially people on your side, that you're close to and good friends with.
Yeah.
And I feel like yanking Kara's braid is like, like, dude, slip in between, or even if, I get if you don't want to get that close, but you are a confessor.
I totally agree.
So you have a defense. I just, I didn't like it.
No, totally agree with you. See, I keep thinking about how it looks from the other side, right? Like, if you're Nadine and you're being questioned by these two important-looking women, and one of them yanks it, like, it's so unprofessional. Like, you look like you don't have your shit together.
Right.
Whether or not the other person, like, stepped out of line, you pulling her braid like that, and, like, it's like, oh shit, you can't, you had to resort to violence to get her back in line. You couldn't just be like, Kara, no, step back, use your voice, use your words and your power.
Like you tell a toddler, use your words.
Yeah, like, you are the most powerful woman here, so why did you have to resort to pulling her braid?
Emotions.
Right, no, I'm just agreeing with you that it seems very disrespectful, and it's not a good look.
Not a good look, not the right time.
No.
So Nadine, not thrilled with being choked out and poked very hard with a finger, by the way. It's just like, why would you do that? You have terrible manners. That's the funniest thing, that she jumps to
so
manners.
Rude.
Yeah. My goodness. Gosh gee golly heck.
It just leads more to the look at the innocent poor woman vibe that you're supposed to get from her.
Which, like, we're on book 4. We may not know all of Goodkind's little intricacies that he puts in the books, but this is one of those things where you start to get a train of thought going, like, okay, this girl seems really innocent. She's very nice. She's very polite. She has literally done nothing bad. She did exactly what you told her to so far. And now it's almost like, it's so much so to where, is she fucking with you? Is she not? Only compounded by what we went through with Marlon at first.
Yeah.
And it's palpable already. The stress of, like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, and I think I've said this already in this book. I wish I was reading, like, I wish I could remember what it felt like to read this book for the first time and remember if I felt the way I feel right now towards Nadine already on my first read through.
Oh.
Because as soon as I read about her, I'm like annoyed. Like, she annoys me and I don't like her. And I don't know if that's just because of my previous read throughs that I'm like, fucking Nadine. Or if it's just the way that she's written that drives me crazy. So I kind of maybe need to reach out to some of you but I don't think most of you were on your first read through, except maybe I know Aaron. This is his first book.
If you are past your first read through, I would say go ahead and send us an email.
Yeah. Let me know how you were feeling at this point in the book about Nadine. Are you like, no, she's innocent. She has done, like Nate said, she's done literally nothing wrong.
No.
There's no reason for you to be like, meh, at her. But I am. So I would just like to know if everyone feels that way or if it's just me.
It's like she's too fragile. She's too,
Yeah.
Nobody's that nice. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Okay, so Kaelin explains to her that there was literally an assassin here to kill Lord Rawl earlier. So everybody's just a little bit jumpy, okay? We're just freaking out a little bit. We're doing our best. Hang with me. On top of that, he admitted to having a partner that looks just like you. So, she says, I can't be a killer. I'm a woman, which we all know is totally true.
Yep. Men can't be abused. Women can't, kill. It's like
They're incapable of violence.
yeah,
It's
that's the way it is.
It's a certain fact if
Yeah.
you just ignore Kara, Kaelin, Addie, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kara says, so am I, and I'll kill you unless you start telling the truth. Nadine, fully freaking out now, brandishes a chair. I didn't say that word right at all. Brandishes.
Brandishes? Brandy.
Brandishes. Pocketed it? Brandishes.
Yes.
I fucked it
You
up
fucked
again.
it up again. Yeah, you did. Cheers, babe.
Ah, cheers. And says, stay back. Tommy Lancaster and Lester tried to have their way with me, and now they eat their meals without front teeth.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Kara, escalating again, says Nadine's next meal will be in the spirit world.
Ha.
Ha ha. Well, she tried. So how about that threat, huh? Nadine apparently is going to punch somebody in the mouth.
I also like that Lester doesn't get a last name.
No,
Like,
it's just Lester.
yeah.
Fucking Lester.
Yeah, she fucked his whole life up. He can never tell somebody his first name without
You know
being
what
embarrassed.
sucks is both of those guys have S's and T's.
Yeah.
Tommy Lancaster and Lester. Best friend. So Kaelin, taking the power back and de-escalating the situation, says, look, just answer the question. If you're really innocent, you got nothing to worry about. And then we'll apologize for the inconvenience and we'll, make it right. But if you lie, you die. That's kind of catchy, you know? You just put that right on the front of the palace. You
Yeah.
lie, you die.
Yeah, that's just the way it is.
Everybody knows the rules now. Why? Okay, this is like a list of the questions. I think there's 4 of them. Why did you want to see Lord Rawl? She was told that Lord Rawl could help her find her betrothed. Okay.
Weird.
Easy
but
enough.
okay.
Sure. There's mythics, people saying, prophecy exists. So there's enough of a...
No, I get that. I
Yeah.
just knowing Richard as we
Yeah.
do and as Kaelin does, I'd be like, okay, I don't know how
Right.
the fuck he's gonna help you with that, but
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know why Richard is motivated to
Yeah.
do that. Just because somebody said, hey, he'll do that for you. He's busy doing other shit right now.
Yeah.
What is his name? ...
Joe
Drum
Blow?
roll. Perspiration of sorts, I'm sure. Awkward silence. Richard fucking Cipher.
What?
Yeah. Kaelin's head starts to swirl with questions. She's like, holy fuck, her whole world is imploding. This is where you do something different, because she gets out one more question. 2 more questions. I think after you, when confronted with some, I don't know, big news, large information, you start firing questions off rapid fire. You want to know like 400 things yesterday. And what the hell am I waiting on to give you answers?
Yeah.
Where Kaylin, she takes her time. She asks a couple questions. Granted, I feel like they are the right questions, but I also don't feel like she reacts as swiftly
Yeah.
after hearing that your fiance is supposedly going to marry this bitch.
No, it's a little weird because she asks that and then she's like, "What?" But then she like calmly keeps asking questions, which is fine. Like she doesn't like give herself away.
She finally has her shit together.
But I would definitely.
Well, it's the confessor's face too. She's
Yeah.
trained to do that.
I'd definitely be asking more qualifying questions. Like she does ask, like, did he tell you this? Which is the next one. Like, where'd you get that fucking information? Okay.
Well, it didn't exactly come from Richard, so that's 1 point to the plus, I guess.
Okay,
to the
so
positive.
you have no ring. Okay.
He was right. He was courting me, basically a sure thing, but then he up and disappeared.
Did you fuck?
Then a witch woman showed up. Did you hear the part about the witch woman? I really want to tell you about the witch woman right now.
Okay, what'd she say?
She showed up and said they were destined to be married. So...
Now you sound crazy. Okay, keep talking.
So then Kaylin asks the name of the woman, which is, another drum roll, Shoda.
That
Gasp.
bitch.
Complete with sidekick Sam, now with fully
You
movable
mean
legs and arms.
Gollum?
Yes. Sidekick Sam Gollum.
Yeah.
Smeagol.
Smeagol.
He's a hyphenate.
Yeah. Smaggle.
Smaggle. Samgle? I'll work on it.
Samgle. Yeah, we'll get back to you.
Samlum. Okay, that's my last one. She told Nadine that Lord Rawl could help her find Richard, quote unquote, knowing Nadine was unaware of them being the same person, and in doing so, giving a big ol' fuck you to Kaylin.
Yeah, it was definitely Shoda being an asshole there. I also, it's really annoying the way that Nadine keeps possessing Richard when she talks about him. Like, she, instead of just saying Richard or, you know, if you're gonna say you could say my fiance or my boyfriend, but she's like, my Richard. And it's like, ew, stop that.
Well, I think that's what elicits the response. Like, when somebody's already speaking of, like, in this situation, Nadine is already talking about Richard, like, he is hers.
Yeah.
Kaylin knows that to be false.
Kaylin thinks that to be false. Now she doesn't know.
But when Nadine's like, oh no, my Richard, we're going to do all this, and, you know, he's my husband, I'm just going to pick him up and we're going to fuck out of here. I'm having trouble even speaking because in that situation, my brain would be tearing itself in half like, no, the fuck you're not.
Yeah, but, you know.
That would get huge red line response from me, like immediately.
Yeah, no, well, in Kaylin's mind, I mean, she showed up, right? And Richard he was doing shit, but then they just took off. They didn't talk about, like, what were your plans for the week? Were you going to take that girl out? Like, did you have a girl you were taking? Like, so in her head, he could have been, like, dating some chick, pretty hot and heavy, and then Kaylin came and swept him away, and they fell in love.
She just had to come trampling through the woods.
Yeah.
All wearing a dress and being all helpless and stuff. And Richard was like, fuck my girlfriend, who's this?
But then
I'm kidding.
That's where I would be like, okay. So, when he left, what'd you do? Did you talk to Michael? You know, his brother? Like,
yeah.
Who knew that he was, like, with me?
Well, I think that just, like, Richard didn't do anything like that. Obviously, he was kind of in the middle of an emergency. He didn't really have time, so that could be a reason. But I think it just means he wasn't that into her.
I
like,
know.
okay,
I'm just saying,
we're
like,
dating, but we're not, like, exclusive. We've dated a couple of times.
Maybe. Well, that's all I'm saying. If I were in Kaylin's shoes, you're right. I would be asking a whole bunch of more specific questions to this woman. Like, okay, I see you. I see your information. let me get to the bottom.
Yeah, let me assess that level.
Yes, exactly. How crazy are you, and how much of this is reality?
Yeah.
And like Richard's an asshole, and how much are you like? Is it Richard's an asshole, or are you crazy bitch? Let me figure it out.
Look, I'm not saying it's all you. I'm not saying it's all him. Could very well be 50-50, but we got to figure out the crazy to asshole ratio here.
It's not me. I know I'm not the asshole. So I've just got to figure it out here.
I'm the
Thank
queen
you.
who also remembered to take her shoes off in my house. What are you doing, Nadine?
Yeah.
So Kaylin, doing her best to keep her composure, politely asks Nadine to wait and then quickly leaves the room, not bothering to answer when Nadine asks if she believes her or not. Kara follows her into the outer room and asks her why her face is so red. It's because I just got a suntan from being in the red room. No. She explains to Kara, for the good of the new reader, that Richard was raised by his stepfather, and his name was Richard Ch.4. You know, it never occurred to me earlier in the chapter when Nadine let slip that it's Richard.
Kara didn't know.
That Kara didn't know either, but like we were 4 books in. If you had just happened to pick up the 4th book.
Oh, yeah.
You'd been like, okay, Richard Ch.4. Is it still the same Richard? Is it not? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, you'd just be like, oh, weird, first name.
Because I don't think that they've said his name was Richard Ch.4 yet
Not
in this book.
No.
Right. In the last book, it would have. In all the books previous, it definitely did.
No, it was definitely it was supposed to be a reveal for the new reader.
So, new reader, there you go.
Yeah. Boo-boo-boo. See, this is what's not realistic about this, is that if I don't disbelieve being like, you know what? You are not aware that you're talking about my boyfriend right now. So you don't know that I'm freaking out. I'm going to keep you unaware, right? I'm going to let you sit on ice for a second. I need a hot second, though, so I don't freak out. I'm going to step out, right? Go to the other room. What my first immediate reaction would be, I would not answer Kara's question. I would be like, I need a drink. I will tell you, as soon as you find me a goddamn decanter, you don't even need a glass, okay? Just give me something, and then I'll respond.
Something to calm down. Yeah, emotions would be so high right now. That's the only thing with Kaylin and just not reacting. And I know she's very good at that, so this may be her fully exercising her skill, and I'm willing to believe that that's the case. But I feel like she would have blown up.
Mm-hmm.
Just lost her goddamn mind. Now, granted, she has had a very stressful day so far.
No, don't get me wrong. I fully understand, like, being fully emotional, but also being like, okay, this is a fact-finding goddamn mission right now. Like, I'm upset. I am upset. But I need to figure out the whole situation before I fully let everyone know what my cards are. So
absolutely,
I get the, like, I'm shaking, so like I'm so upset I'm shaking, so I'm gonna step out before anyone realizes that I'm shaking. Take a minute, take a shot, and then come back. But that's the thing.
Down.
She hasn't taken a shot yet. That's all. That's my main issue.
She's gotta get there. She just gotta get there.
Smoke a joint. Come back a little bit more composed and able to just, all right. I have a notebook.
Reassess, readdress. Yeah, I got a list of questions, okay? Do not make eye contact. Answer the questions yes or no. If you don't, Kara's going to punch you in the head.
Swear to God.
Let's continue.
What moles does your Richard have on his lower thigh?
Well, we will be continuing next week with the next episode of this show. I don't know why I said it that way.
Wow, that's so surprising that we would do that.
I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time
and you
to hang out with us today. We really, really, really do appreciate it. We've got so much good stuff coming your way for this whole entire season. Patrons are going to get loaded down with stuff, including, and hopefully, some new merch possibly coming out soon. Jade just got a badass new drawing tablet.
I did.
For her birthday. Happy birthday, Jade.
Thanks.
And so maybe we'll be getting some new fresh designs.
The only problem is technology and me, a struggle.
There will be a bit of a learning curve.
So I have to figure that out.
I wholeheartedly believe that you have more intelligence than I do. And I believe you'll be able to figure it out.
We shall see.
If you guys enjoyed this episode and wanted to let us know, or if you wanted to say something about anything we talked about today, you can feel free to send us an email at podcastatt@gmail.com. We are on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We are on Instagram. I had to think about it for a second.
Yeah.
So you can find us there. You can also find us at patreon.com. If you guys wanted to make a pledge there, you get access to all of these chapters, maybe starting that soon, commercial free on Patreon, plus the after show and any other extra content, including our watch-alongs, discussions about the Wizards rules, and coming soon characters. All that. We got all
There's
that.
like
Nice.
a Discord.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Fuck, I forgot. How can I forget about the Discord? Discord is popping off lately. So that is a place for all of the listeners to get together, patrons specifically, and talk about each episode on there. Plus, whenever Jade and I go live, we go live on Discord.
We go live
if
hard.
You are a member, we go live hard. I love that so much. So if you happen to be on Discord, you can join us for a live episode / discussion on top of the regularly scheduled live episodes.
Yes.
It felt so good to say. Anyways, that will do it for us for tonight. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll see you real soon.
Mm-hmm.